Hello, and welcome to Haemi Thoughts. That was my guest, Leon. Say hello, Leon.
Hi.
Okay, so enough of Leon. I'm going to talk about my week now. Yeah, it was okay. It's pretty good. Really tired. I took like a 2.5 hour nap, and then I woke up, and boom, needed to do Haemi Thoughts. I was already late. Thank goodness Leon postponed until now, or else I would have felt so bad for like being late. And it's after one of these naps that I totally lose control of what the reality is and what my dream was. I had a dream last night. It was actually a nightmare. I started out in this dream just selling tampons on black market.
Not bad.
You know, people need a tampon, called me. I would sell it to them.
It's not bad.
And it kind of got to the point where I was selling drugs. It went from selling drugs to went from selling tampons to selling drugs. And cops finally got to me. And I was calling someone, and the cops picked up. And I was like, oh my God, how do they have my number? And then my dad was like, oh, I gave it to them. And I was like, Appa, how could you? And he was like, I don't know, they asked me for your number, so I just gave it to them. And then I was like, oh my God. The scary part was, in my dreams nowadays, it's like I'm actually in them. Like, everything in my head is like my logic makes sense, as if I was actually in real life. So when they told me that they would be locking me up, I said, oh my God, how could they do this? I'm gonna have to drop out of school. No one's gonna hire me because I got a freaking felony on my record. I'm gonna have to like break up with my boyfriend. Like, everything's ruined, like, just because I made the stupid mistake of like selling drugs instead of tampons. And then I woke up. So I was so glad that I was not going to prison.
It's a good feeling.
And when I took my huge nap this afternoon, the dream continued, and here I am again, so glad to be awake. Isn't that a metaphor for life? Being glad to be awake. So I'm here with my with my guest Leon. Tell us about how your week has been.
Well, my week has been pretty tiring, generally because 376 is a shit class and should not be taken. There's no point if you're not trying to do some CS theory. It's a dumb class. I hate it. Other than that, I worked on my 370 project. You know, it's not bad. It's pretty easy, but it takes time away from 376, which is, once again, I stress, is a shit class. And I've gotten a good amount of sleep. I actually almost got caught by the cops and almost got an MIP. And because so I think last Sunday or Saturday, I don't even remember anymore. I was drinking with my friends, and then in their apartment, we were just being way too loud. So my friend lived in Northwood, and for some stupid reason, we thought that blasting music and yelling and screaming would be a good idea. And so eventually a cop just came, knocked on our door, asked for our IDs, and then only one person was 21. That was worse, because the person who was 21 would be considered selling or distributing alcohol to minors, so it's even worse for him. But it turns out the guy was a nice guy. He let us off the hook, so it's a close call. I'm really glad. But other than that, my week's been pretty good.
Nice. Thank you for sharing that intimate detail with us, Leon. Now everyone knows Leon Liang almost got an MIP this past week. But he didn't.
Exactly.
Sly Fox is still with us. So, sorry for the background noise, everyone. It's kind of hard to find a quiet place on North Campus. There's too many people crying in the corners and door slamming, like their dreams. So, first question for you. What is... let me think. It's kind of hard. I don't know what to ask you. What is your favorite meal in Ann Arbor?
My favorite meal is... I actually really like the Korean food in Ann Arbor. Well, that might be because I haven't had much Korean food back in New York, so when I first ate it here, it's like, yeah, this is pretty good. I could eat this for lunch and dinner. It's like kind of nutritious. It looks healthy somewhat if you get the right kind of dish. But I've been going, like, over the summer, I've gone to Rich JC, Kang's, and I guess you can say Soul Street too. Soul Street has like these mutant giant chicken wings. It's ridiculous. You eat like 4 of them and you're full for like the whole week. But that's an exaggeration, but I don't know, the Korean food here is not that bad. It's like, it's affordable somewhat.
It's good.
Yeah, and it's pretty good.
Nice. Question number 2. Where do you see yourself heading in 3 days?
So 3 days is, what day is today?
It's Monday.
All right, it's Monday,
Thursday.
so it's going to be Thursday. Thursday means, well, I'm definitely going to go to class. Probably won't go to stats. I'll just watch that lecture online. It's a waste of time. Right. My EECS project will be due the next day, so I'm going to be like at home, just like slaving away at my computer, trying to finish it. But I'll go down to Central to get some food with my girlfriend, and then get distracted and then lose track of time, and then have to rush at like 4 a.m. to finish my project. But hopefully it won't come to that, because I will have finished it by Wednesday, the day before, which is 2 days later from today, not 3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. Question number 3, finally. I asked this question to my 2 previous guests. What do you think we need most, / what is the most lacking on campus?
What do we need the most?
It could be about anything.
To be honest, my biggest problem on campus is walking to Pierpont from Courtyards and walking back, because this hill is ridiculous. The hill from Pierpont to Courtyards and to like Bursley is ridiculous. It has a ridiculous slope. The amount of energy I have to output every day trying to get home and go there is insane. I get tired. I run out of breath sometimes. And today I was going to the career fair and I was trying to, walking down is fine because, going down a slope is fine. When I was walking back to Courtyards, I was in my suit, black, it's sunny. Right? My suit is black, it's sunny outside, it's humid. I was like, after maybe 10 steps, I start sweating and dress shoes are not the greatest to climb a hill. So, there really should be, I think they should really install like a escalator up the hill. So you can just stand there and just wait, chill, do some homework. It's good for academics too, because it's like another bus ride, but it's always available. A bus just to go up the hill, but it's just an escalator.
So to clarify, you are saying that you need this escalator for when you can't ride the bus?
Yes, basically, because otherwise you would have to wait for the bus to go up. Sometimes it's too full because everybody's trying to go back to Bursley, but instead it's always available if there's an escalator there.
That's brilliant. Brilliant idea. Hopefully the higher-ups at U of M will hear this and replace the construction on North Campus with construction for an escalator. Even more construction.
Just block off the road. You could just block off the road instead of the whole North Campus diag, so that buses can just never go up to Bursley.
I think many people will be much happier with that option. And all right, thank you, Leon, for answering my questions. And this has been another episode of Haemi Thoughts. Catch you guys next time.